Hi, I'm Gabriel Aldort with Yamaha. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for attending Believe in Music. Whether you are a beginner musician or a professional or anywhere in between, all are welcome. Music is life, as I like to say. The Yamaha EZ-300, the latest member of the EZ family. I purposely started this presentation with it off so you can see the cool light show that you get when you power it up. This is one of the coolest things about an EZ-300 is that you can use the lighted keyboard to learn how to play music. But we're going to get to that. First, let's go back in time, back to 1887. A gentleman named Takasu Yamaha built a reed organ, and the rest is history. Little did he know that over 130 years later, Yamaha would go on to become the world's largest manufacturer of musical instruments. 1 out of every 4 instruments sold in the world is a Yamaha. We're very proud of that, with quality and reliability being 2 of the pillars in the foundation of Yamaha, no matter what we make. Now, the EZ has been around for some time, and it's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of great features. Let's do some broad strokes. So, voices, instrument voices. It's got over 600 now, more than an EZ's ever had, including some new super articulation light voices. These are voices where you can bring in realistic articulations like the growl of a saxophone or the harmonics on a guitar. We have over 200 styles. This is not the latest fad or what the kids are wearing. These are genres of music, whether you like swing and jazz, R&B, country, ballads, hip-hop, reggae, what have you. Style playing is a blast. You essentially become a band leader. You play a chord, and the EZ brings the band in, and you can trigger fills and intros and endings. It's a lot of fun. But back to the lighted keyboard. So the EZ also has some great learning modes, keys to success, an 11-step program that takes you through step-by-step how to learn an entire song with timing. It's amazing. And we have 2-track recording in here. You can layer and split. It's got a built-in audio interface and a MIDI interface for computer connectivity. You can load new songs and styles in, and so much more. Let's jump in. By far, my favorite button on here is the portable grand button, because no matter where you are, if you're cruising around some of the depth of the EZ-300 and you just want to play piano, hey, I just want to play piano, no problem. Boom, portable grand button is right there for you. Now, that portable grand button is always there for you, so you can play that thick and rich piano anytime you want, no matter where you are. Now, let's move on to some of the super articulation light voices. These are out of the over 600 instrument voices. These are some of the coolest, most expressive voices in the EZ-300. And to get to them, I'm going to use my handy-dandy registration memories. Nice little segue. A registration memory allows you to save your favorite voices or styles to these 9 locations right here. So right here in number 1, I've loaded up this beautiful nylon string guitar, which is a super articulation light voice. I'm going to be triggering the articulation, the little humanistic element, with the harmonics with the articulation button. Listen to this. Now, moving on, I have a steel string guitar here that's beautiful, and also I can use the articulation button, of course. And you hear the harmonics are different on the steel string than they are on a nylon string guitar, which I think is really neat. Okay, what's next up to bat? Ooh, a nice slap bass. Woo. Okay, that'll work. Strings. These are a new high watermark in amazing, rich, and expressive strings in an EZ series. Let's see what that articulation button does. Pizzicato. Very, very cool. And then we've got new gospel choir samples. This is another articulation light sound. And with the articulation, whoa. So you get hums and wows. Whoa. Very nice. And a tenor sax. This is cool. With the growl. Very cool. And then, a brass section. And then the articulation. Woo, listen to that. Very nice. Now, the last super articulation light sound I'm going to play for you is a gorgeous flute. What's the articulation button going to do here? Woo. Very nice. So, super articulation, light voices, and registration memories, a match made in heaven. Now, let's cruise on over. Actually, now that we're in the voice mode, let me go back to Portable Grand, always takes me back to piano, and talk about doing some splitting and layering. So, if I want to layer this concert grand piano with some strings, it's as easy as engaging dual mode. This is how we layer two instrument voices together, and it doesn't have to be piano and another voice. It could be any two voices, limitless possibilities, dual, and now we have piano and strings. But what if I want to change the dual voice? You just hold down dual, and it shows you the selected dual voice, which is strings, but I want some strings that creep in. So I'm going to find, there's some slow strings right there. All right, let's try another style, shall we? Now, I'm going to use the, let's see here. Yeah, gospel style. And this is a perfect opportunity to tell you about, in the realm of style playing, the fingering types. Now, fingering types are an integral part of style playing. They kind of work behind the scenes, but are very much present when you are playing. So, with the multi-fingering type, I was able to do what I showed you. Play two-finger chord or more complex chords using 3 or 4 fingers. But we have a new addition to the EZ-300, and this is something called Smart Chord. Smart Chord allows you to play more complex chords using only 1 finger. And depending on the style you're using, it will generate different types of chords. So in this particular case, it's a gospel song. It's going to play more gospel-y chords. All right, let's turn my accompaniment on and see what we can do with Smart Chord. Ooh, see, there's a G7. Whoa. Whoa. How about C? That's as you'd expect. Whoa. Ooh. And look, it's still showing me the accurate chord. What about G7? Yeah. Whoa. 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 Wow. The sound quality of this keyboard just continues to impress me. Okay, next up on our style tour, we have another special style. Now, this is a cool style. This is fun. This is using those strings I played, but the style is a show tune style. Now, using the knowledge that we know about styles so far, I'm going to start it without the accompaniment. All right, so you get the feel of the style. Now, let's turn the accompaniment on, engage an intro, and use sync start. So it's waiting for me to play. Here we go. So that is a quick crash course into style playing. It's so much fun. It's really not that hard at all. Smart Chord makes it a breeze to play styles with one finger. Now, the next portion of my presentation is where the EZ-300 really shines, pun intended, thanks to the illuminated keyboard. Now, residing in the EZ are over 200 awesome songs. There's some popular songs in there. There's some timeless classical songs and a lot of great exercises to help you learn. And one of the things you can do is just select a song and have the EZ-300 play it back for you. It can be kind of like a jukebox. You can kick back and relax and have the EZ-300 play. But for aspiring piano players, this is where the gold really lies, are the learning systems in here. So you have keys to success. This is an 11-step program that takes you through step by step how to learn an entire song from beginning to end. For time purposes, I'm going to be using the listening, timing, and waiting mode. So I'm going to go and grab a song. I've chosen Für Elise. It is probably one of the most popular classical songs ever written, known the world over. And the first step is to listen to the song. Now, the next step is based on timing. You don't even have to play the correct notes. They want you to work on the timing. And the third mode is waiting mode. So waiting mode waits for you to play the right note. See, it's illuminated and you get a little audio cue to tell you what note it is. Oh. So that's listening, timing, and waiting. You can apply this exercise to any one of the songs in here, and there's a bunch of other great exercises. We have a touch tutor that helps you work on your touch, since this is a velocity sensitive keyboard. We have a chord study if you want to learn about how to play chords, and so much more. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this whirlwind tour of the Yamaha EZ-300 illuminated keyboard. It's a great keyboard that can teach just about anybody to play. Over 600 high-quality instrument voices, including the super articulation light voices, over 200 styles, over 200 songs, 2-track recording, MIDI and audio interface built in, smart chord style playing, and so much more. I'm Gabriel Aldor with Yamaha. If you have any other questions, please feel free to check out Yamaha.com or your favorite music retailer. And Thank you so much for joining Believe in Music. And as always, don't forget to practice.